We live in that situation for over 30 years and in continued danger in Turkey. When I was born, my father had already converted from Islam to Christianity. And not only he had given his heart to Jesus Christ, but he was also a pastor.
As a child, Sama served with her father and mother in house church. Yet in a hostile country, they faced intense persecution.
Growing up, I witnessed so many attacks to our house and privacy on routine basis. The security authorities would raid our house and would confiscate all the Christian items. I was only 6, but I remember each attack to our house clearly. I used to crawl under the bed to hide with fear, trembling. However, I was witnessing everything. And in that little kid's mind, there were tons of questions like, where do they take Daddy? Why do they arrest him? Why do they handcuff him and pull his weak body aggressively on the ground? With all these things in my mind, I still believed that my father was the strongest man in the world and he would come back home.
Harassment such as this only continued, growing worse as Sama and her family persisted in their faith in God. There were times when her father was made a prisoner, even spending 75 days in solitary confinement, leaving Sama and her mother unsure if he was even alive.
It was only me and my mom at home. And we would go to bathroom to pray quietly because we were so scared to be hurt by them. Everything was under their control. Our telephones were under control and we were being followed everywhere. And their shadows would not leave us alone even for a moment. As a Christian woman, I tried to practice my faith in a country where I was arrested, interrogated, threatened, sexually harassed, lost my job for no reasonable excuses, and denied from the most basic human rights. We live in that situation for over 30 years and in continued danger in Turkey.
When the danger finally grew too much, Sama and her family fled to Turkey, still hiding from the government and moving from church to church with no home to call their own.
پلیس مهاجرت نشاید من هستن اطلاعات ایران نیست آینده من دست خداست آینده من دست خداست من اینطوری هم به این بزرگی بالاخره یه جا برای من خودم پیدا میشه که مطمئنم که یه جا پیدا میشه برای من.
Help soon came for Sama and her family, however, through the aid of international organizations making their story public. News reached the Anglican Church in the United States, who came to their rescue.
So finally, with help of Aaron, we got our boarding pass in our hands. Yeah, it's a happy day. Thank you, Aaron.
Thank you, Aaron.
Our angel.
Dear Aaron, thank you.
And now that I am living in a free land, my heart is still with my brothers and sisters in Iran, in prisons, under the persecution. And I promised myself and to God to be a voice for them. And today, I am deeply humbled to be part of Heart for Iran ministry, to do this sacred mission alongside them.